A lot of women are intelligent, capable, strong, and have all the potential, but oftentimes are overlooked because of these simple, unspoken rules of etiquette that they were not taught. The truth of the matter is, you were never taught to be seen. You're just taught how to survive, how to be that strong woman, but not how to be polished and poised. And you deserve that too. What version of you is waiting on the other side of refinement? As a young black woman, I know the stigmas that there are on both sides of what it means to become a better version of yourself. So you're always asked the question, why do you talk so white? Or why is it this? And maybe she's a good one. Maybe sometimes we're even perceived by our name, a thing that we didn't even choose. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to walk with presence and poise, how to learn those unspoken rules of etiquette, and how to walk into rooms that you are qualified to walk into without losing who you truly are. So as a woman who teaches refinement, soft skills, etiquette skills, life skills, coaching skills, communication skills, I can say that I've learned enough, both in experience and in theory, to show me why these rules are so valuable. Why these rules are the rules that the top 1% know and understand. They study, they practice, or some of them even come from backgrounds that are steeped in these rules. And it's not about becoming someone else, but it's becoming aware or understanding why they matter. So let's bring it back to ancient rooms like British aristocracy from the Gilded Ages to now. Or let's talk about timeless old money families and how they use these etiquette rules in order to gain power, access, wealth, money, opportunities. So they know the importance of this so much that a lot of the British aristocracy, or people that were in royalty, people that were in higher governmental rank, would go to schools like Eton in the UK. They would go to these prestige schools that would not simply educate them on just academics, math, sciences, Englishes. No, but they would also educate them with different languages. They would also educate them with social skills, dining etiquette. They would educate them on ways to speak, so communication skills, emotional intelligence, how to know when to express emotions, how to know when to refrain from expressing emotions, how to know when to be strong, how to know how to take a blow without crushing under pressure. So these are so important because they make you look like this person that is emotionally and mentally capable to carry the weight of responsibilities. We know that wealth is not just wealth. Wealth comes with another level of responsibility. So for the person to hold the money bag, they must be able to carry themselves in a way that shows that they are capable. But why can't you and I do the same? And so that's why I went on a journey of refinement and of learning these rules. And I didn't do it honestly just to gain power. It was something that was always within me. I knew that I was royalty from the beginning. So even at the ages of 16, when I could not wrap my head around my worth or figure out what my value was, I was always attracted to the teachers that would teach me about career development. I had one teacher that would teach us about career development, how to balance your checks, your checkbooks. She would always come so refined. Her perfume, it drew me in because when we were in high school, everybody was wearing Victoria's Secret and Bath and Body Works. They were wearing perfumes that were sweet and they were girly, but it was just like a scent that you'd have to soak yourself in, and it would only really last for a good hour or two because they were alcohol based, but they weren't oil based. And so that's when I started learning about oil based perfumes, and that's when I got my first luxury perfume at the time, which was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, because that's what she wore. So I learned and I was intrigued to all of these things that make a woman magnetic, attractive, refined. And then I started learning about etiquette. The truth is, refinement is learned. It's not inherited. So anything that we don't know, it's because it's the gap between where we are and where we're supposed to be. So I'm here to honor every story of the woman that I speak to today. We honor your story, but we expand your standard. You're not settling for less, but you're learning these rules that help you to get everything that you deserve to get. So I want to encourage you, number one, do the inner work. I talk a lot about this in my free training on becoming the refined woman, and you can find that in my link down below. I learned to do the inner work from my own traumas, from my own stories. I took all of the pain and all of the hardness of that, and I did the inner work of healing and internal refinement. And that was the stage that I was able to stand on to begin to build myself up on external refinement, on educational and IQ refinement, on mental acuity. I learned how to build myself up when I first started doing the inner work. Number two, practice dining etiquette. As simple as dining etiquette may seem, it just may seem like, oh, what knife and fork do I use? It seems like something that you can only find in Bridgerton or Downton Abbey shows. No, these are things that you can use as soft power and as leverage to get you the business deals, the clients, the attention, the notability that you deserve to have. Because the truth of the matter is, more deals than not are closed around the dining table. There's a reason why there are so many lunch and learns or so many business dinners. So when you get around those tables, what do? What are the rules that you're supposed to follow? It's not just about the dopamine hit that you get when you're eating your nice food. It's not just about making you feel satisfied and then just losing the deal off the table. But there's a reason why, beyond just them trying to get your money, when it's you that's proposing something or you that's trying to get a deal or close an offer or get a client, when you know how to use your knife and fork, when you know when to speak and when not to speak, when to start talking business and when to relax a little bit, where to put your napkin. These are things that set you apart and just make you look instantly refined. And the third thing that I challenge you to learn are social space rules. Okay, one of my mentors was former chief of protocol for Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, and President Bill Clinton, who talks about all of the secrets that she had to learn in these rooms where diplomatic people and presidents and leaders of different countries, political parties, were in her room, and she had to learn how to navigate those spaces. And it was the power of etiquette and protocol that helped her to be able to move in those spaces with confidence, authority, and soft power. Etiquette. So learn these rules, how to communicate, how to speak politely and make people feel comfortable. Don't always lean into your masculine, or don't always lean into the clap back portion of you when you're feeling triggered or when you feel like you want to give a response. Learn how to be the gracious one. So let's talk about survival mode versus soft power. You have crushed it on survival mode. You know how to become a strong Black woman because that's all you've ever had to do. The pain that you've endured, the responsibilities that you had to accumulate at a young age, all of these things that made you to the woman that you are. Let's convert that and add that strength, add that masculine power to the soft feminine power that you never got to gracefully walk into. Instead of being reactive all the time, because our mind and our brains have been wired to be reactive. Let's become intentional and proactive. Let's not wait for triggers of things to happen and that whip us back into shape of becoming this masculine person. But let's take those moments to pay attention to those triggers. Instead of being guarded all the time and locking people out, let's shift it to a mindset of being composed, where yes, I'm open, yes, I'm willing to do this, but at the same time, I am composed and this is my boundary line and you can't cross it. And let's be real, I'm gonna say the hard thing. Etiquette is not about being less Black or changing your culture or who you are. I can scrape my skin for the next 24 hours. I will still be black. And to be honest, I've been afforded the opportunity to go to Ghana, and those women there, I've been able to walk around some of the most prestige, graceful, royal women. So etiquette has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin or how less black you are, how less white you are. Royalty is in your blood, and it's all about intentionality and being trained. Because a lot of women in Ghana have been trained that they are royalty, women and men. They walk proudly in them being black and strong. And Ghana, if you didn't know, is the Gold Coast of Africa. So they literally walk on gold. Like there's gold in Ghana. So they know their royalty. It's about you learning your royalty. Soft skills are strategy. They are not superficial. So influence, opportunity, access, and legacy are all gotten from understanding soft skills, understanding how to navigate rooms and interact with people, how to be warm, friendly, magnetic. So if this video was helpful for you, I want to invite you to my free training where I talk about my 3-step framework that helped me to becoming the refined woman. It didn't only help me, but it helped my client. I have a client that was a doctor who was able to not only just have her 9 to 5 regular job as a practitioner, but she was able to build a brand, an aesthetic brand that was able to attract the clients that she really wanted to have. And I talk about other clients and students of mine that I have. So this actually works. Let's take this from a video and let's make it practical. I can't wait to see you guys in the training. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and leave a thumbs up. And tell me what your favorite part was. Comment below intentional living. And that tells me that you're about to start living intentionally. You're about to show up as your best self, owning the rooms that you always deserve to own anyways. And if you want to skip the free training and jump right into the course, I do offer a course where I teach about becoming the refined woman internally first, without spending $10,000 in reinvention projects, without spending 10,000 hours standing in front of the mirror figuring out how you can better yourself, or without asking the 10,000 questions of doubt that are constantly circling around in your head. And on top of that, I'll include my bonus of my continental dining etiquette private course that I'm going to be doing in Paris. I'm going to include that there because you deserve to learn those dining etiquette skills. So go catch it while you can, and the link below is in the free training. All right, so take care. See you in the next video.